Welcome to our coffee morning with the Access online courses. I'm Laura Watford and I lead the Faculty of Science. And I'm just going to let my wonderful colleague introduce herself.
I'm Daly Colborne and I'm a registered midwife, and I've come on board to support the midwifery, nursing and allied health professionals access courses.
Amazing. So Dana, welcome to our coffee morning. You appear to be in a uniform. Have you come straight from work?
Yeah, come straight from work, Laura. The NHS needs us, so yeah, the more students that want to sign up, we could always do with more hands. Yeah, I've been running a postnatal clinic today with some lovely students, so yeah, I feel blessed. I've met some really lovely women, and they're brand new babies and their partners, and so we've had a good day, really. Yeah, had a good day.
What was the most rewarding part of your day?
I think the rewarding part of the day is such a transition, for people, especially when they have their first baby, but even when they have their second or third baby, it alters the dynamics of a family, so it takes a little bit of getting used to. But I think the rewarding bit is perhaps just that reassurance. They're welcomed into our postnatal clinic. It's a student-led clinic, which is absolutely phenomenal because the students lead it and I facilitate that learning. But they get a lot of TLC, they have cups of tea, we support them with breastfeeding. But I think what we really, really love is when they go home feeling more confident, reassured, and it does really make a difference if you get it right. It's a hard course. I'm not going to shy away from saying it's easy, because it's not. It's a hard course. Nursing, midwifery, anything in the healthcare field is tough, but it's also really, really rewarding. And women will always have babies, and midwives will always be needed.
Amazing.
We came up with an initiative called the Smile Clinic, which is the Student Midwife Integrated Learning Environment. And it was a midwifery student-led postnatal clinic. Okay. And it was really sort of driven from the fact that the students have to have so many postnatal care episodes to qualify as to become a registered midwife. So we were thinking differently about learning environments. So it falls under collaborative learning in practice, the CLIP models, and you're probably well attuned with that at school as well. It's quite a popular model of learning. So it falls under that umbrella, and it's deemed as a student-led clinic. So we have students of all different abilities, and they're usually assessed. They have a couple of weeks placement with us. They're usually assessed at the beginning of the week, and they are then, given some independence to be able to make decisions alongside, in partnership with the mentors, or what we call practice supervisors. So they have a taste of autonomy. Yeah. And it really helps their confidence grow, because if we do everything for them, or if we tell them the answers all of the time, then they don't develop that critical thinking. They don't develop that autonomy that they need when they qualify. So we use quite a coaching approach, really, so they ask us a question and then they end up answering their own question, how we sort of tease that out of them.
Oh, what an incredible model for learning. I think they're going to come out of the course such effective practitioners, are so skilled and confident. It's more like a transition into the profession, as opposed to learning about and then find your feet. It's more like a slow transition then they're learning.
Oh, absolutely.
And so we're going to be working collaboratively together.
Yes,
I'm so excited. already we have forged such a lovely environment in our course. We've got a whole, in fact, I think we're the most populated course at the moment. And we've got a really active student chat, haven't we? I'm so pleased about that.
Yeah, they're incredible, the students.
And that's what I love about this course as well. Sometimes it is about just having someone boost your confidence, isn't it? You know, I've heard quite a few people say, oh, well, you know, I didn't do brilliantly in science at school, but that actually like doesn't matter, does it? And as a secondary science teacher, you know, the way that we assess people in school is so one size fits all. There's such a heavy emphasis on the assessment at the end and the exams. And there's lots of people who don't perform in the exams, but it doesn't make them not interested in science, because I think everyone on our course has talked about their individual interests in different scientific areas, but also their ability in science. You know, we've had some incredible assessments handed in so far, haven't we? You know, from people who maybe necessarily didn't think that they were a natural scientist, which, you know, from reading it, you wouldn't know that.
Do you know what? And that's just so lovely to hear, because, you know, school doesn't define you. It absolutely doesn't define you. We have a lot of mature students, obviously, that come onto the Access course, and a majority of my friends, I too was an Access course student once. And I think if you're interested in something, and sometimes a bit of maturity, you know, if you're not ready to do it at that level, you know, at that age.
Yeah.
But I do think, you know, if you really are interested and quite driven, then you apply yourself a lot better.
I think actually, so on the course, one of the big discussions that we had initially was that first essay writing skills. And lots of people were like, either, oh my goodness, I've not written an essay in such a long time, or maybe I've never written an essay in this format. So then we broke it down, didn't we, and did the referencing support video. You know, we've had lots of discussions, and both of us have had tutorials, haven't we, where we've demonstrated for students how to reference. Or how to start writing. So I think that's what makes us different from other courses, isn't it? Like, we're so hands-on remotely, like, but it's still having someone to hold your hand and get you started so that you can access the courses that you need, the skills that you need to be successful on the course.
You know, it's taken in the differences for generations as well. You know, when I think about my children and how they learn, you know, especially when it comes to technology, you know, they're more advanced than me. So I take a lot of learning, and you know, they come up with some great ideas.
Definitely. And it's things like that on the course that we've gone through really slowly. So one of the skills, so we were talking about, I think in a previous meeting, we were talking about how it'd be really great to communicate ideas in different ways, infographics, little videos, and actually how you actively encourage the course at university level to think about the way you communicate ideas to the public. And so we showed the students Canva, which is such a great little tool, isn't it? You can make all the little post blocks, you can make the videos, you can make jazzy PowerPoints, and that's all free. But we went through real slow. And so like in that session, it was just before Christmas, just to support them with the coming up modules. And we just went through and I modeled one example of making one thing as like a little sort of I do, here's how I do it. Then the students went away for 15 minutes, made their own one. And then we came back. And now I know the students like going away, making all kinds of things that probably far exceed even my skill set. But it's just all about like modeling it and helping people get on the first block, isn't it? On that first step so that they can fly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that, you know, we align really well into universities. I think what I was really drawn to this company was the fact that you gave individual attention to students. You know, so I meet the students, I know you meet the students, and you know, they may have different worries or different strengths or weaknesses, and we can like work on that and direct them a certain way. Where I think sometimes if it's just online and it's an email, I said things can get lost in translation, can't they, quite easily. So, having that sort of Zoom call or Teams call, just to have that a little bit of more of a personal connection, I think works really well. And people need it. I really do believe they need it.
Definitely. And I think one of the lovely things as well is that we're quite flexible on our working days, aren't we? So I've got 2 young children. You work lots of shifts, don't you? With many hats.
Yeah, many hats at the moment. Yeah, I'm doing a bit of everything.
But I think what's really lovely, whether it's 8 o'clock in the evening, whether it's at the weekend, we work around the students' needs in their personal lives, don't we? Whether it's commitments at home, whether it's commitments with their current jobs, we do really support flexible study.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it's great. I think it's, a great addition, to education. In a way, I wish I'd had that many years ago when it would have made my life a lot easier.
Carefully cultivated a lovely community, haven't we? A learning community, but definitely aren't geographically. We are spread right across the country, aren't we?
Oh yeah, I said, and even some other countries.
Yeah.
So yeah, I find that really exciting. I find that really exciting, and wow, the power of technology.
Definitely. One of our students was actually talking about taking a little bit of time out to travel, but continuing with our course. So, we'd be picking up and dropping into lectures for different countries. I was like, oh, I'll live vicariously through you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we might see an international perspective through some of her work.
Yeah, I mean, how incredible. Like, this is a special learning place, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so thrilled to be part of the team. And the people are wonderful to work with. I feel very blessed that I've found you guys.
Definitely. This is the right place for me right now. It's a learning environment that's thriving, and I'm so proud to be part of it. And I'm so glad to be working with you, Dana. It's so nice.
I know, and you know what? It's lovely to be with someone that has all that science knowledge. And I've looked at some of your content and thinking, okay, I remember that very briefly. I might have to come and drop into some of your sessions.
Well, and as I was so pleased, when you joined the team, talking about the structures of the NHS, the history of the NHS, the challenges, the safeguarding within the NHS, you are the expertise, and you have, your feet on the ground, your finger on the button, exactly what's happening in, multiple trusts in our area. I think that's just going to be such a valuable experience. And then that lovely list of all of our contacts that we're going to bring in
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I just think, and that's, I'm a great believer as well. You don't know everything as like a midwife or a teacher, or, however, if there is something specific, networking and getting the right person to come in and create a lecture, a bespoke lecture, perhaps for some of our students that are wanting something a little bit different, or if there's a specialized subject and I know someone that can deliver that better than me, then I, absolutely will bring them in.
Amazing. Well, I'm going to call it a day there, because as we talk about flexible working, I think that my time limit is finished.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and I'll see you again soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.